Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Gracefully Finesse Podcast. I'm Greg Archer, your host. It's always a joy to come into your life through my podcast. I'd love to send you a copy of my book titled I'm Okay. Send me a note to request a copy or grab a copy wherever books are sold. In this podcast, we cover a wide range of subjects from leadership and management, self-care and well-being, to wholeness, healing, spirituality, faith, love, and lots more. Before I get started today, I want to thank you especially for being part of this show and this community. Thank you for letting me come into your home, your office, your car, or wherever you're listening from. This week's episode is titled Activate the Hidden Potential Inside of You. Activate the hidden potential inside of you. If your time on earth was up this week or this day, is there something we are missing on that you have not fully expressed or brought alive? I want you to take a pause and ask yourself this question. Are there hidden treasures buried inside of you that you're thinking you will express one day? I've come to announce to you that that one day is now. Today is that one day. Sometimes the treasures is buried by distractions, self-doubt, natural situations or circumstances around us. It could even be words from person of authority over us or fear. These are, I would say, the enemies of potential. But the best of you is hidden inside of you. And it requires an effort to draw it out. You have gifts and talents that are untapped right inside of you, that have been completely engulfed or buried by the things we mentioned above. It is not just what you have inside, but your ability to press on and tap into it. Every one of us have got some valuables, some potentials inside of us. But the resources you have is not valuable until you tap into it. I read where the African continent has more natural resources than any other continent, and some continent combined even. Name it. Resources like gold, diamond, oil, tin, the list goes on and on. But Africa still is one of the poorest continents, unfortunately. If you look at Europe and America, even Asia, they are seeing growth and some kind of prosperity, while Africa remains behind and poor. So the challenge is not what you have, but what you're getting out of the potentials you have. The challenge is not what you have inside of you, but what are you tapping out of what you have inside of you. Everyone under the sound of my voice has hidden potentials. I'm talking about you that is listening. Hidden treasures, hidden resources buried right inside of you. Those hidden potential could be books, movies, songs to be written. It could be businesses to be established, or other ideas and inventions locked inside of you. This was my own experience. All my life, I had books locked up inside of me. I published a memo that has become a bestseller. You too can. Believe me, you too can. I challenge you today. Don't die with those treasures locked up inside of you. Draw them out for the benefit of you and humanity. The scriptures in Ephesians says, according to the power that works in us. I think that's Ephesians 3:20. Friends, there is a power in you and me to pull up and display the hidden treasures deposited in you by God, according to the power that works in us. You must have an attitude that I am equipped and I will display my potentials. You must have an attitude that whatever happens, I will draw out of my hidden potentials. I will tap into my hidden potentials. I call them hidden because they are basically buried inside of us. You must put a demand on your potentials to see them expressed and come alive. Don't always focus on what you cannot do or how you cannot do something, but always stir up the gifts, the talents that are inside of you. Every one of us have got a gift. Every one of us have got a talent. Every one of us have got those potentials, hidden potentials inside of us. The challenge is, what do you do with them? How do you tap into them? And how do you use them for your good and for the good of the society? I love the story of Susan Boyle. Most of you know about her. Millions of us have seen her sing in the British Got Talent. When she displayed her talent and hidden potential to the surprise of all, many people didn't know that Susan had a very difficult life. She was the youngest of 8 siblings. So I think there were 9, and she was the youngest of the 8 of her other siblings. There were issues during her delivery. So during the childbirth, when she was born, there were issues that she went without oxygen for some seconds. Because of her history at childbirth, her medical history, the doctors told her parents that she would not amount to much. But what they missed is that God places treasures inside every one of us. And Susan was not left out. I'll repeat this comment again. God places treasures inside every one of us. Susan was not left out. You were not left out. You have those treasures inside of you. I have those treasures inside of me. We all need to find a way to express them. Scriptures in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 calls it treasures in earthen vessels. The doctors were speaking from the science and medical point of view about Susan, but there was a hidden treasure in that earthen vessel called Susan. The doctors were speaking based on their experience, based on her history at childbirth. But of course, when she was created, God had put in a treasure and locked it up inside of her. Susan didn't let the disadvantages get the best of her. She placed a demand on the treasures inside of her. Her parents passed away, and Susan had to live alone. So one morning, she took a bus for a singing competition in another city. She accidentally the story had it that she accidentally got into the wrong bus and had to take several buses to get to the venue. When she walked on the stage, She was a complete contrast to the other younger contestants. The lead judge, Simon Cowell, asked her what she was going to do. She said she was going to sing. Some people in the audience began to laugh and jest. Believe me, they started to laugh and jest. But what people do, the laughter of people, the jest of people, does not impact the potential that is inside of you. But friends, when Susan started to sing, the whole world stood still. She opened the hidden treasures deposited inside of her, and the whole world stopped to take it in. The clip of her performance as of today has been viewed over 300 million times on YouTube alone. The media carried the story with the headline, "The Voice That Stunned the World." There is a voice, there is a treasure, there is a potential inside of you that the world is waiting for. You that is listening to me, there is a treasure, just like Susan, inside of you. Don't let your situation or what people are saying or have said about you talk you out. You are the next voice that will stun the world. You are the next voice, that very next voice that will stun the world around you. I will be wrapping up here, but before I do, I want to put in your hands some, I would say, some instruments that will help you bring out the best of you, that will help you harvest, put a demand on your hidden treasure and have them manifest. Number one, practice affirmation. Practice affirmation. Remind yourself every day that you are a phenomenon about to happen. Remind yourself every single day that you are a phenomenon about to happen. It will set a pace for the day and set the mood to conquer. Number two, set achievable goals for yourself to be better than you were yesterday. One baby step at a time. You'll be surprised by the progress you will make over time. Number three, believe in yourself that you can. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, you can. What I do, I go to the mirror every morning, I say, baby boy, you can. Because you're loaded with treasures and you have a can-do power. Yes, you are. You can. Number four, surround yourself with people that celebrate the treasure in you, because they will help you draw more and more out of the treasure. Surround with people that appreciate the treasure. Be surrounded by people that appreciate the treasure in you, because they will help you draw more and more. So on the contrary, run. I say run from people and environment that discourages your treasure. And number five and last, do it. I don't know, that word do it might mean a different thing to different people. I don't know what you've been thinking about, but do it. Even if you must do it scared and afraid. Even when every voice around you thinks you shouldn't, just do it. I will wrap up there today. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you, as always, how you are harnessing the potentials in you Please share with a friend, and do let me know if this has been a positive addition and encouragement to you. Email me or contact me on Instagram. All the contact information can be seen on the episode description. Thank you for your time today. Until I come your way next time, activate your hidden potentials and display your colors. And above all, stay healthy and do make it a great day. Bye.